So here's the thing. Washington just pulled out the same legal weapon it used to start a trade war with China. And, well, this time, it's pointed straight at India. March 11th and 12th, 2026. The U.S. Trade Representative's Office launches two simultaneous investigations. One targets 16 countries for excess manufacturing capacity. The other targets 60 countries, 60, for allegedly failing to stop goods made with forced labor. And India is on both lists. This isn't just some bureaucratic housekeeping. This is Section 301. And honestly, if you know your trade history, that number should give you chills. Because in 2018, Section 301 is what ignited the U.S.-China trade war. $370 billion worth of Chinese goods hit with tariffs, some as high as 25%. Supply chains fractured. Markets spiraled. It took years for global trade flows to stabilize. And now, India is under the same microscope. So what exactly is this weapon? Section 301 comes from the U.S. Trade Act of 1974. It's over 50 years old, but hey, don't let the age fool you. It gives the U.S. Trade Representative, the USTR, unchecked authority to investigate any foreign trade practice it deems. And this is the exact legal language: unreasonable, unjustifiable, or discriminatory. No WTO vote. No multilateral approval needed. Washington investigates. Washington decides. Two separate charges are being leveled at India right now. Charge 1. Structural excess capacity. India ran a $58 billion trade surplus with the United States in 2025. The USTR is flagging textiles, solar panels, steel, healthcare products, and petrochemicals. India's solar module manufacturing alone is nearly triple its own domestic demand. In Washington's framing, that means India is flooding global markets with subsidized overproduction, warping trade, undercutting American factories. Charge 2. Forced labor. The U.S. claims India isn't doing enough to ban imports tied to forced labor, specifically goods with supply chains running through China's Xinjiang province. Think cotton, textiles, polysilicon in solar panels. The proposed additional tariff under this probe? Well, it's 12.5%. On goods worth roughly $32.5 billion. That's 38% of everything India ships to America. That is not a rounding error. That is a structural threat to India's export economy. But here's the strategic X factor. Why did Section 301 suddenly resurface in 2026? Because the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Trump's earlier IEEPA tariffs. Washington's primary tariff weapon was legally dismantled in a single ruling. Section 301 is the backup plan. One senior trade analyst put it plainly: Washington is using Section 301 as leverage, not necessarily as punishment. India and the U.S. were already deep in trade negotiations. The February 2026 interim framework was supposed to be the foundation. Those talks have dragged, diplomatic bandwidth pulled toward the Iran crisis, toward energy security, toward geopolitical firefighting. And then Section 301 appeared, like a countdown timer placed on the negotiating table mid-conversation. The message from Washington is not coded: move faster, offer more, or the tariffs become real. This is where the story stops being about trade and starts being about strategic survival. India is the cornerstone of the Quad. The entire U.S. Indo-Pacific architecture rests on New Delhi's cooperation against Beijing. But geopolitical partnership and economic generosity are not the same calculation in Washington's playbook. America needs India strategically, and it's still squeezing India economically. That tension is not sustainable. India's response has been methodical, two-pronged. Frankly, the right call. Track 1. Contest the proceedings directly. New Delhi is inside the USTR process, pushing back on the forced labor allegations, defending its import tracking systems, demanding Washington discontinue the unilateral probe. Track 2. Accelerate the bilateral framework agreement. Give Washington enough early wins to pause the investigation before final tariffs take effect. The public comment period closes July 6, 2026. Formal hearings, July 7th. The clock is real and it is running. Section 301 is a law from 1974. The game being played with it in 2026 is entirely modern. This is trade as coercion. India sits between Washington's commercial pressure and its own ambition to become the world's next great manufacturing power. The US doesn't need to sanction India to control India. It just needs India to believe the sanctions are coming. So what's your take? And if you found the video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.